Hey everyone, Courtney here with Southern Owls, and today I'm going to teach you how to make lollipops just like these for your wreath. We're going to make the small one today. I'm making these for my Monster Squad wreath that I'm going to be making for Halloween. So we're going to make the smaller one today. So the materials that you're going to need are these Silly Wink foam sheets from Hobby Lobby. And whatever colors you want. These are the colors I chose because I'm trying to color coordinate with these monsters. A pipe cleaner, these fun straws that are also from Hobby Lobby, some felt to cover the back of your lollipop. Okay, so what I did, I already pre-cut one of these foam strips at 2 inches. So I'm just going to use this foam strip as a guide. It's not perfect, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. So I'm just going to line that up on my foam. I'm going to take my rotary blade, and I'm just going to use this as a guide to cut my foam into about a 2-inch strip. Oh! Okay. We're going to put these off to the side because we don't need them anymore. And it is glittered just like the other. So this is what we are trying to make, is little 1-inch strips. So for the small lollipop, what I'm going to be using is one of this purpley pink, one blue, and then we're going to do 2 blacks. So for this lollipop, you're going to need 4 strips of 2-inch foam. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at this end and add a little bit of hot glue. It doesn't need to be a whole lot, just enough for it to stick together. And we're going to fold that right in half to make a 1-inch strip. So the lollipops are really beautiful. They're just tedious. So they're a little time consuming. So just know that going in. Put on a YouTube tutorial and just hang out. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue as we go. It doesn't need to be a lot because if you add too much, the glue is going to come out of the strip and it's going to get messy. So here I am. I'm just adding a little bit more, kind of pushing it down, and we're just going to keep on repeating that pattern. Okay? You don't need a whole lot, and be very careful. Don't burn yourself. Because you know I do. So just be careful. Take your time. Don't be in a rush, okay? Take that glue and just a little bit. It doesn't need to be a whole lot, okay? Today I am using my Roby hot glue gun. You can find that in my Amazon storefront. I do have it linked, and I will put my Amazon link in the comments. So the cool thing about these lollipops is you can make them in any color, any size. You can do really big ones. You can do small ones. So for this wreath, I was going to do 1 large and then 2 small accent lollipops. And if you have a little bit of overhang like this I accidentally cut, I'm just going to take that rotary blade and just snip that right off, okay? It's really not a big deal because we're going to finish off the back in just a little bit. Okay, so this one I started off with the blue, so I'm going to start off with the purple because this one I started off with the black. So it's really like not a big deal, but that's just what I'm going to do because, you know, why not? So what you're going to do is you're going to take this purpley pink, a little bit of glue on the edge, okay, just a smidge, because once again, if you put too much glue on these, it's just going to leak everywhere. Be very careful, and you're just going to start rolling up tightly, okay, on itself. And that's how you're going to start that center of your lollipop, okay? And you're just going to have to hold it in place for a little bit. It's very time consuming, but they turn out super, super cute. Okay, so now we're going to grab our blue. And what you're going to want to make sure is there's a curved edge, right? And then there's the edge that's like this. You want to make sure that you're lining the ends, the curved ends, on the same direction of the lollipop. So we're just going to place that down with a little bit of hot glue. Okay, right on top of each other like that. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue on top of the blue. Oh, that might have been a little too much. And then we're going to start rolling it really gently, okay? Just let it sit there for just a little bit. I'm going to pull the blue up and add a little bit to the pinky purple color. Just so it's all going to lay down and stick together. I'm going to give this just a couple rolls before I add in the black. Okay. Also, it's great if you want a flat surface. So I'm going to roll it because I want this side to be nice and smooth. It doesn't matter what the back looks like because we're going to cover it. So we just want to make sure this side is nice and smooth. Ooh, that dripped a little bit. Okay. I think that's good. Okay, we're going to add in the black now. So make sure, see how this edge, right, looks different than this edge, okay? We want the pretty side to stay up. So now we're going to add a little bit of hot glue. And we're going to lay in that black, okay, right on top of the blue. Line her up. And then add a little bit of hot glue onto the top of the black. Roll. Hold it in place. Okay. This is when I like to flip it because I want to make sure that the tops is nice and smooth and not bumpy. So I'm going to now make sure that this is the flat side and it's down, okay? I'm going to flip it like this. So now all I'm going to do is going to start adding a little bits of glue to every layer and swirling, okay? A little bit of glue to every layer, not too much glue. And I just swirl it around while holding it in place. A little bit of glue, not too much. Swirl it around, keep it in place. A little bit of glue, swirl it around, keep it in place. Also, guys, I learned these lollipops from my girl, Lindsay with Tarnation Creations. If you don't follow her on social media, go give her a follow. She is the floral queen, and she always has amazing designs. So make sure you're following her too. All right, we're doing the same thing. A little bit of glue. Swirl it around. A little bit of glue. Swirl it around. Oh, you know what? We might not need the extra black. I forgot. I just used a baby thing of black. I used my leftover on that one. So we might just need the 3. Let's see. I'm going to switch it in my hand. And it's okay. If we have a little bit of glue, we can just pick that out in the end. Or you can take a little bit of a hot glue, not a hot glue gun, a blow dryer, and remelt that glue, and we'll get it all out. I'm not worried about that. But that's why it's always really good just to use a little bit of glue so it doesn't come out on the other side. Okay. Oh, maybe we won't need it. Okay. We're just going to keep on going and see. A little bit of glue. Swirl it around. For this, I do recommend a glue pot versus, or a glue gun instead of a glue pot because you really need to get in there, and with the shish kabob, it's not going to be very accurate, and it's going to get messy. A little bit of glue, swirl it around. A little bit of glue. Swirl it around. And I'm using that flat surface, right? I'm using this flat surface to make sure that it all stays in place. Okay, yeah, I am going to use a little, I'm not going to use the whole thing of black, but I do want to finish it off in black because I think it looks nicer. All right, we're just holding this in place. Okay, I'm going to keep on swirling the blue. Add a little glue, swirl it around. We're going to finish off that pink. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to add on. So if you do want to make a super big one, how you keep on adding on to your lollies. So I'm not going to make this one much bigger. I'm just going to add in that black to round it out and finish it off. Like I did this one, how it has the black border all the way around. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to add a little bit of hot glue to that end. Make sure that you're using, right, that it's the right end. We're going to butt that up towards each other and we're going to hold it in place. It's okay, there's a little glue in that seam. We're going to wipe it down in just a second when it gets a little cooler. Don't burn yourself. That's why it's really important just to do little bits of glue. There we go. So I'm going to put it face down again. And we're going to add a little bit of glue and swirl the black around. Whoop. Little bit of glue. Swirl it around. Hold it in place. I'm going to finish off that blue. The blue gun's getting a little too hot. I'm going to turn it off. Does anyone... Oh no! Hold on. It's okay. We're going to slide it back up. Okay. Does anyone else, Roby, get so hot that you turn it off and turn it back on? Because I do. Oh my gosh, I do. Because it does. It gets so stinking hot. Okay. Sorry, we had a little mishap. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Swirl that all the way around, holding it in place. A little bit more. It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of waiting, but it's worth it, okay? All right. I think I might cover that seam. Double it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a little glue happy. That's okay. We're going to clean it up. We're going to clean it up and pick those little glues off. Okay, I'm going to go over the seam and then we're going to trim it off. So we'll add a little bit more glue to it. I just don't want that seam to be shown. And then I am going to snip this off with my scissors. And then glue it down and hold it in place. Okay. Now this part is we're going to finish off the back. So the back's kind of ugly. I know. It's fine. No one's going to see it. No one's going to see it. I'll hold that down, make sure the glue's good. I'm going to pick off some of this glue while we're waiting. Not a big deal if you have a little overage. And then, like I said, we can take the hair dryer or your heat gun to it and just melt those little guys off. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is be very generous with the hot glue. Oh, I didn't really pick what side I wanted, the top or the bottom, did I? I know it's not a big deal, but I always like to choose what side's going to be. It's fine, it's just hot glue. I think I want it like this. Okay, so this is going to be the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's go this way. We're going to add in some hot glue into the center. I'm going to push up my pipe cleaner right in the middle, right? Make like a U. And then I'm going to stick that right down into that hot glue and hold it in place. Okay. And then I'm going to place this on top of my felt that I have. And we're going to cut a square. I know, I see that glob of glue. I know y'all see it too. Cut a square. Hold on, let me get that. Boop. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Cut a square, and what I do is just kind of like roughly measure. Haha. Okay, stay in place, my dear. We're gonna fold. I'm gonna fold this square in half. Kind of roughly measure where the pipe cleaners are. Cut little slits. Right there. One right there. So now we have two little slits in our felt. And before we do that, we're going to add some more hot glue all over. Now we're going to slide the felt through the pipe cleaners. Okay. Gently, careful, don't burn yourself. Push that felt onto the back. Now your pipe cleaners are going to be good to go. And the pipe cleaners are what you're going to use, right, to stick it onto your wreath. Okay, so I'm just going to take that extra felt and just cut around like this with your scissors. Cut off that extra felt. Ooh. Ta-da! Okay, so now you're not going to see the felt from the other side. Now your back looks pretty good. Just in case it shows up, you know, if you stick these up off the wreath. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a shish. I have a small broken off shish kebab, which is going to be fine. We're going to stick that where you want the bottom of your lolly to be. So it might be a little hard because it is a broken off piece. We'll pre-make a little hole, add a little bit of glue. Okay, put that shish kebabby in there. Now we're going to add a little bit more glue all around the base of the shish kebab. And now we're going to take our fun straw and boop. And guess what? You're going to hold it in place again. So adorable, so cute, super fun. You can make any color scheme you want. Those sheets, the glitter ones are a little bit more expensive. Now, I did buy all those sheets that you see in the corner. I did buy those last year, so they might be a little bit more expensive this year. But they're super, super cute. And I'm going to cut this straw in half because that whole straw is not going to be shown in the wreath. So we can use the other half for another lollipop. So there you go. There's our lollipops that I'm going to be using for this really cute monster design. Super, super fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're not an Owlet, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. You can also join me on my email list at theSouthernOwls.com. I do weekly emails, just kind of keep you up to date on what's going on in the Southern Owls world. And like I said before, these were inspired by my friend Lindsay with Tarnation Creation. So make sure that you go and you find my girl and give her a follow on social media as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I can't wait to craft with y'all again soon.